From the perspective of a civilized atheist, which emphasizes a rational, evidence-based, and often secular viewpoint, the history of Islam can be examined through its origins, development, and societal impacts. Here's a detailed exploration of the history of Islam through this lens. Origins and early development. 1. Pre-Islamic Arabia, before 610 CE. The Arabian Peninsula was characterized by a mix of polytheistic, Christian, Jewish, and Zoroastrian communities. The society was tribal and often engaged in trade, with the city of Mecca being a significant commercial and religious center. 2. Life of Muhammad, 570–632 CE. Birth and early life. Muhammad was born in Mecca around 570 CE into the Quraysh tribe. He worked as a merchant and was known for his honesty and integrity. Revelation. At the age of 40, Muhammad began receiving revelations from Allah, God, through the angel Gabriel. These revelations, which continued for 23 years, are compiled in the Quran, the holy book of Islam. Early preaching. Muhammad's monotheistic teachings initially faced opposition from the polytheistic Quraysh leaders. His message emphasized social justice, equality, and the worship of one God. 3. The Hijra and establishment of the Muslim community, 622 CE. Facing persecution in Mecca, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina in 622 CE. This migration, known as the Hijra, marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad established a unified Muslim community, Ummah, and became a political and religious leader. He implemented social reforms, established justice, and built alliances with various tribes. 4. Expansion and consolidation, 630–632 CE. Muhammad and his followers eventually conquered Mecca in 630 CE, cleansing the Kaaba of idols and establishing it as the central shrine of Islam. By the time of his death in 632 CE, much of the Arabian Peninsula had embraced Islam. The Caliphates and early expansion. 5. Rashidun Caliphate, 632–661 CE. After Muhammad's death, leadership passed to the Rashidun Caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali. These early caliphs were close companions of Muhammad and were chosen based on their piety and leadership qualities. The Rashidun period saw rapid expansion of Islamic rule beyond Arabia, including the Levant, Persia, Egypt, and parts of the Byzantine Empire. 6. Umayyad Caliphate, 661–750 CE. The Umayyad Caliphate, with its capital in Damascus, continued the expansion of the Muslim Empire, reaching as far as Spain in the west and India in the east. This period saw the development of administrative structures, the Arabic language as the lingua franca, and the construction of iconic architectural sites like the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. 7. Abbasid Caliphate, 750–1258 CE. The Abbasids overthrew the Umayyads and established their capital in Baghdad. This era is often considered the golden age of Islam, marked by significant advancements in science, medicine, philosophy, and the arts. Scholars like Al-Khwarizmi, Avicenna, and Al-Farabi made groundbreaking contributions in various fields, preserving and expanding upon earlier Greek, Persian, and Indian knowledge. Medieval and modern transformations. 8. The Crusades and Mongol invasions, 11th–13th centuries. The Crusades, 1096–1291, were a series of religious wars initiated by European Christians to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule. These conflicts had profound impacts on Christian-Muslim relations. The Mongol invasions of the 13th century led to the sack of Baghdad in 1258, ending the Abbasid Caliphate. Despite initial destruction, the Mongols eventually converted to Islam and contributed to its spread. 9. Ottoman Empire, 1299–1922. The Ottoman Empire emerged as a major Islamic power, ruling over vast territories in Europe, Asia, and Africa. It played a significant role in the political, economic, and cultural landscape of the Muslim world. The Ottomans were instrumental in preserving Islamic traditions and fostering a rich cultural heritage, including architecture, literature, and art. 10. Colonialism and the modern era, 19th–21st centuries. The 19th and early 20th centuries saw the decline of Islamic empires and the rise of European colonialism in the Muslim world. This period brought significant political, social, and economic changes. The 20th century witnessed the emergence of nation-states in the Muslim world, with varying degrees of secular and religious governance. Movements for Islamic revivalism and reform, such as the Salafi and Wahhabi movements, also gained prominence. Contemporary issues in the Muslim world include debates over modernity, secularism, human rights, and the role of Islam in public life. Key themes and criticisms. 1. Historical accuracy and critical scholarship. A civilized atheist perspective emphasizes the importance of historical accuracy and critical scholarship in understanding the origins and development of Islam. This includes examining archaeological evidence, historical documents, and the socio-political context of early Islam. 2. Interpretation of religious texts. Critical analysis of the Quran and Hadith, sayings and actions of Muhammad, involves understanding the historical and cultural context in which these texts were produced. This perspective often challenges traditional interpretations and emphasizes the human element in their composition. 3. Religion and power. The role of Islam in shaping political and social structures is a key focus. This includes the establishment of caliphates, the interplay between religion and governance, and the use of religious authority to legitimize political power. 4. Social and ethical implications. The impact of Islamic teachings on social issues such as gender roles, human rights, and justice is critically examined. A civilized atheist perspective might highlight both positive contributions and areas of contention, such as women's rights and freedom of expression. 5. Scientific and cultural contributions. The contributions of Islamic civilization to science, medicine, philosophy, and the arts during the Golden Age are acknowledged and appreciated. This perspective recognizes the complex interplay between religion and intellectual development. Conclusion. From a civilized atheist viewpoint, the history of Islam is a multifaceted narrative that encompasses profound religious, cultural, and intellectual developments. This perspective encourages critical thinking, historical analysis, and an appreciation of the diverse influences that have shaped Islam and its role in the world. It recognizes both the contributions and challenges of Islamic history, fostering a nuanced and informed understanding of this major world religion.